Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone. Welcome to our iBoom presentation. My name is Tanya Mizell Joseph, and I am just honored to be able to bring this information to you today. And I just want to say thank you so much to our guests who've taken the time just to jump on to get some very powerful information. The person who invited you on, was something about you, something very special about you that they felt that they wanted to invite you on to get some very powerful information. So I just want to say thank you so much. As you noticed, I said good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Guys, that is because we are a global business. So to our guests out there, I want you to understand that you have a global opportunity at your fingertips. So I want you to make sure that you're taking copious notes because I don't want you to miss a syllable because what you're going to hear could change your life. And first of all, I want to thank two very important people. First of all, Mr. Holton Buggs. He is an industry icon. I call him our chief visionary officer because, guys, he truly had the vision to bring us this opportunity. And I have to thank Mr. David Manning, who is CEO of Extreme Travel. And I'm just so grateful that he had a service that really piqued the interest of Mr. Buggs. And to me, guys, it's truly a business marriage that is going to change the industry. And guys, I just want to share a little bit about myself and why I am here. I am here to share this information. First of all, I've been in the industry of network marketing for 11 years. Not only that, I've been in the industry of network marketing as it relates to travel now for 11 years. And I want to share with you why I'm super excited about travel inside of this industry. Not only that, why and how it has worked for me. As a matter of fact, when someone asked me to take a look at the information, I was very busy. Like most of you, I know that you're busy. I was busy too, but they said that word that really grabbed my attention, and that word was travel. Because aside from working at the time, I was a real estate broker, an entrepreneur. I co-owned 2 real estate offices in the North Carolina market, and I truly felt like I was living my American dream, being in control of my own time and money. But again, I took the time out to take a look, just like you are, because they said the word travel. Aside from working myself to death, I wanted to be able to see the world. And after seeing the presentation at the time, I immediately got involved. I put some time into it because it just made sense. I saw an opportunity that would allow me to be able to travel the world more. And let me tell you something, this opportunity was more than what I could have even imagined. And I'm telling you, after being in the industry for 11 years, what Mr. Holton Buggs and David Manning, what they put in place, guys, is going to take us to another level. So if you truly desire an opportunity to be able to, number one, help other people, you're going to see that this concept is about helping people. If you also have a desire to be able to earn some additional income from the comforts of your own home, you're in the right place at the right time. Not only that, if you desire to be able to see more of the world for less, you're in the right place at the right time. And if you want some more peace of mind, I promise you, you are too in the right place at the right time. So I just urge you guys just to give me about 35 minutes or so of your very valuable time. Again, take note because this could be the beginning of the rest of your life. So we're going to get started here with our presentation, guys. Oh my goodness, very excited about our iBuumerang presentation. And to our business partners out there, I want you to get me started off right, guys. Give me a nice big boom to get us started. So welcome again. Guys, there's a disclaimer here, and we just want you to know that we're going to share some information with you. We're going to show you some numbers. We're also going to show you some potential income, but understand we're not making any income claims. But I'm going to tell you guys, if you go to work, you'll be amazed at how this opportunity can enhance your life. So again, just a little disclaimer for you out there. It is time for network marketing to evolve. You guys heard me say in the beginning, I've been in the industry for about 11 years now, and it has been an amazing ride. But one reason I call Mr. Buggs a chief visionary officer, guys, is because he can see far into the future. And he knows that there are some things about network marketing that we want to change for the good that's going to help people just take a better advantage of the industry. First and foremost, guys, we're here to create a first-class consumer experience. And we're going to do that with a PRIB. And that PRIB stands for Perpetual Residual Income Builder. I don't know about you, but I didn't learn about, residual income until later in my life. And when I learned about it, I said, you know what? That makes sense. That's the type of income I want to earn. Residual income is when you do something one time, but you continue to get paid on it over and over and over again. So we're going to show you how you can get paid residually off of a first-class consumer experience. When you think of direct sales or network marketing, guys, the purpose of it is to distribute a product or a service, right? And we just don't want to distribute that product or service. We want to make sure that it's a win-win, whereas our TSAs or our reps are happy, but also first and foremost, that the customers have a first-class experience. Now, since we're talking about network marketing, guys, here is the old model. The old model is when customers typically pay more for a product or a service. Many times they have to. In order for the layers of people to get paid inside of network marketing, a lot of times that product or service, it got to be priced just a little bit higher. And what we've done in the past, we've gone to our family and friends and we said, you know what? You know us, you trust me, you love me, so purchase this product or service from me, right? Good for us, but not always good for our family and friends. Another piece of that old model is that only the strong recruiters win. In network marketing, it's about building a team. Nothing wrong with it, guys, because people participate in leverage every single day. As a real estate broker, the reason I had a team is because I wanted to leverage the time and talents of other people. I didn't want to work myself to death. I wanted to develop a team. As a matter of fact, one of my favorite business books said that in order for you to become wealthy, you have to build a team. But we know inside of direct sales network marketing, most of the time, or the majority of the time, only people with the largest teams win, right? Only those people make the most money. And some people, they just are not good at building, or some people, they don't want to build. But what we're creating is something different. We are going to create, with this new model, an opportunity to make money when customers save. So we are going to show you today a model of giving that's going to allow you to make just as much as some of these builders and these other companies without even having to build a team unless you want to. So how are we going to bring this vision to the world? Guys, it all starts with one word, and that word is travel. Who likes to travel? Who wants to travel? If you like to, if you want to, let me get a great big me in that chat box, guys. Travel is an $8 trillion industry. I want that to marinate. Trillions of dollars is generated in the industry of travel. So the beautiful thing about it is that means, guys, you don't need a big piece of this industry. I'm sure just a sliver will do, right? So let's talk about the travel industry, guys. It generates in Asia $6 billion per day. In Europe, $4.8 billion per day. The United States, $2.8 billion a day. Guys, that's $32,000 a second. 32,000, 32,000, 32,000 every single second. How much of that do you really need to be okay? In Latin America, guys, we're talking about almost $1 billion per day. And in Africa, $500 million per day. Again, we're talking about a worldwide business. We're talking about a business that you don't have to coerce or beg people to do. We know that people want to travel. So people are traveling for business, right? But they're also traveling for pleasure as well. Well, let me educate you a little bit as it relates to the travel industry. And maybe you already know this. But did you know that there are really only two companies that monopolize the entire travel industry? And those companies are Booking Holdings, which you might say, Tanya, I'm not really familiar. Yes, you are. Booking Holdings just purchased Priceline. And I know that you're familiar with Priceline. And also Expedia. So I know that you're familiar with both of these companies and they monopolize the entire travel industry. But did you realize this? Did you realize that Booking Holdings also own, of course, Priceline, Booking.com, rental cars, Kayak, Agoda, and even that restaurant app called Open Table? They are worth over $58 billion. Now take a look at Expedia. Expedia also owns Travelocity, Orbitz, Trivago, Hotwire, carrentals.com, and hotels.com. They're worth over $70 billion. Did you realize that? So really, when you think about it, the great thing about online is that you can go from site to site to site and be able to compare prices pretty quickly. But what you probably didn't know is that if you compare the price on booking.com to Priceline, you are comparing the price of the same company. So you thought there were two different competing companies. Did you note they are the same company? Do you realize that if you compared the price of Expedia to Travelocity, it's the same company? See, guys, these are not travel companies at all. They are marketing companies. And understand this, lots of money goes into the psychology behind how people spend their money. See, they already know that you want to have companies competing for your business. So why not have multiple companies under the same umbrella? It's a mind game, right? As you think you have all these options and you really don't. Well, also there's something called parity. And parity is maintaining consistent rates online for a specific product or service. In this case, we're talking about travel. And as we know, there's some markup involved, and that markup is passed on to us. I don't care how many sites you go to. Well, guess what, guys? Our company of travel, our real travel company, not a marketing company, of Extreme Travel, we have a service where we're going to be able to pass the savings on to you, not necessarily the markup. Guys, you will have access to an iGo wholesale travel booking platform. And let me ask you this question this morning or this afternoon or this evening, wherever you are in the world, right? Would you rather pay wholesale or retail? Let me see it in the chat. Wholesale or retail? I know the answer is going to be wholesale, right? Who wouldn't? I know you guys like to save because I see you in the grocery store holding up the line with all your coupons. I know you have those membership cards that's going to allow you to get in places like BJ's and Sam's Club and all these other companies that allow you to have these memberships, right? That's why you like to rack up points as it relates to travel and different things that you do. So I already know that you like wholesale. So if you like wholesale, everything else, why not position yourself to take advantage of wholesale travel? Now check this out. You're going to get your own travel engine that's going to allow you to get up to 70% off of retail prices. Let me pause right there. Up to 70% off of retail prices. So powerful, right? You'll also have the opportunity to earn travel bonuses for referring travel to Extreme. See, once people hear that you're in the travel business, they're going to be hitting you up for all kinds of things, right? Somebody might hit you up and say, hey, listen, I need to book a cruise. Can you book a family cruise for me? You don't have to do it. You can refer it to Extreme. They will book it for you, and you are the one that will get the travel bonus. Also enjoy highly discounted and exclusive experiences and members only trips. You guys know y'all like those exclusive and members only organization, right? You like to feel like you got something on somebody else. Well, you get to do that with this opportunity. You also can be an optional travel agent in some places, whereas you can book that travel yourself if you'd like to. But the main thing here is understand that you have an opportunity to have trillions of dollars. As a matter of fact, 8 of them, $8 trillion worth of inventory right at your fingertips from the comforts of your own home. Now, let's talk about Extreme Travel. Remember I told you, real live travel booking agency, not just some marketing company. We want you to understand who you'll be in business with. Now, this is a highly reputable company, and I always say the proof is in the pudding. So I want to show you the proof. And here I call this the Oscars of the travel industry, because you guys see all the many of awards and accolades that Extreme Travel has gotten over the years. The first one here you'll see is FunJet Platinum. Actually it's called FunJet Vacations. We are a platinum member, a part of their 500 club. I always tell people that FunJet is near and dear to my heart because I was able to book my very own destination wedding with FunJet, being in the travel industry. And guys, I was able to get a commission of over $5 Now, you guys know I started my marriage off right with a new husband and a check. Guys, I'm telling you, this business is amazing. How about Carnival Cruise Lines? Everybody's familiar with Carnival Cruise Lines, right? Only the largest cruise lines in the world. Well, not only are we doing business with them, guys, but we're doing lots of business. We are a part of their Pinnacle Club. And since I'm talking about a travel vendor that everybody is familiar with, let me ask you this question. Do you think Carnival Cruise Lines' team of attorneys would allow them to do business with a company that was not reputable or credible? And that answer we know is no. So really, they've done the due diligence for you to let you know that, this is a reputable company to go into business with. When they book travel, you're going to get the ticket. Your customers and clients and friends and family will be able to get on, right? It's not a hoax, but it's real. We are a part of the Royal family with Royal Caribbean. Guys, we are a part of the President's Club with Norwegian. We are a diamond. Last year, we were a diamond elite agency with Delta Vacations. Mark Travel, you can see again, guys, they're part of their Presidential 500 Club from 2009 to 2018. Premier diamond agency with CLIA. And if you're not familiar with CLIA, let me educate you. CLIA is a highly esteemed travel trade organization, guys. Anybody in the travel industry knows about CLIA, guys. And not only are we a diamond agency, but our very own director of travel, the beautiful Mrs. Lori Spears, she is on the CLIA board. And guys, that speaks volumes. We also are a part of a travel consortium called Travel Savers. And guys, not only have we been in their top 50 for years, but last year we were number 2. So I'm sure you can agree here that we are definitely on point when it comes to travel. Now, I've talked about this iGo wholesale travel booking engine. And again, let me show you where the proof is in the pudding. I have some examples here for you. You see this particular hotel, 4.5 stars in New York City, $339 on Expedia. On our booking engine, $178. Will you take a savings of $161 per night? Guys, at those rates, you'll be able to stay in New York much, much longer, right? How about, let's look at this hotel here, 4 stars in Paris, France. We see Travelocity, guys, $440. Our site, $130. Will you take a savings of over $300? You know what they say, guys, saving is the new earning, right? We have to be smarter about our money. That's why people are always looking for ways to save. And I'm sure you will agree here. This is an amazing way to be able to do it. And understand this, guys, we're not playing any tricks or games. We're comparing apples to apples. It's the same hotel, the same room category, and the same dates as well for our comparisons. And you'll see here is that we are the first travel booking site to accept Bitcoin. Guys, I'm telling you, we are on the move. Let's take a look at rental cars, not just hotels, guys. Rental cars, you can see $392 on a rentalcars.com. Our site, $221, a savings of $171. Here we see a resort in Punta Cana, 4-star resort, $1,215 on hotels.com, $712 on our site, a savings of over $500. Guys, I want you guys to put in the chat, cha-ching, because I want to hear that money dropping into your bank account, because again, as you're saving, you're earning money as well, and you're positioning yourself to have more money to be able to travel, right? Makes sense. Now, let me show you some reservation confirmations, because people are already out there booking. This is not something that we're testing now. It is tried, it is proven. You'll see here this first confirmation. The reservation you see here is, let's see, $397. You also get reward credits. I know you guys like to earn those points, but it's not just about points, it's about savings as well. Guys, the savings reflected here, $848. Can you imagine your friends and family going on to do a booking and they save over $800? You become a hero, right? They love you. Let's look at the next one. This reservation is $287.82. 321 reward credits. The savings is over $530. Now, I love the reward credits because they get to accumulate and you're able to use it towards travel in the future. Look at this next one, a reservation of $945, reward credits over $1,000, savings of almost $1,000. We told you guys we are evolving the industry. No longer are we asking people to pay more just to support us as family and friends. Take a look at the very last one of our chief visionary officer, Mr. Holton Buggs. Even though he makes millions of dollars per month, he wants to save as well. Well, he went to Cabo. His reservation was for $1,300. He earned $1,600 in reward credits. Guys, he had a savings of over $1,500. And I'm sure Mr. Buggs was happy. And see, I've shown you resorts and I've shown you hotels and I've shown you rental cars, but guys, it's so much more. Our core services offer travel savings on hotels, rental cars, cruises, flights, hotels, weeks, marketplace, and timeshare. Now, I like to give a disclaimer about flights, guys. You're not going to see a lot of savings on flights because that's regulated by the FAA, and you are not going to see a lot of, again, savings. I like to book my flights here because the prices are comparable to other sites, but I also still get those reward credits that accumulate. And guys, you can see it's not just travel, but also lifestyle activities and rewards and savings on, let's say, for example, you're going on a cruise. And of course, when you go on those cruises, you take those shore excursions. Why not benefiting from that? You see theme parks and outdoor activities. You know anybody who play golf and wine clubs and gift cards, restaurant savings, worldwide tours, guys, and so much more, even types of travel insurances. I looked up that emergency travel services yesterday. Very powerful because understand that when you travel abroad, many times your insurance doesn't work over there. So you want to make sure that you're covered. We got you covered there as well. We are talking about a price guarantee. You might say, Tanya, you know, are there really savings? Yep, there are savings, so much so that we put a guarantee on it. As a matter of fact, in that chat, let me hear you say guarantee. As a matter of fact, 110% guarantee. They'll pay you that difference if you find it cheaper anywhere else. Guys, that's pretty bold. That's pretty bold to be, you know, that confident about your service that you're able to offer 110% guarantee. So the question is, do you boomerang? And I know our business partners right now are saying, yes, I boomerang. To our guest, if you're not sure what boomeranging is, let me explain it to you. Then I'll ask you at the end if you want to boomerang. Now, first of all, when you think about a boomerang, you guys know that little toy or that little apparatus that when you throw it, if you throw it right, it's going to come right back to you, right? Well, what are we throwing out? Guys, we're throwing out or we're giving those wholesale travel booking sites to people that we know who travel. Notice I said giving. I did not say sell. I said we give. And you know, when you give goodwill, what comes back? Good comes back to you, right? So when you give out the opportunity for people to get savings like I just shared with you, what's going to come back, guys, is money, moolah, dinero, right? That's what's going to come back to you. And so the answer is yes, I boomerang, because guess what? You get to share 50% of the savings with friends and family. Customers enjoy 50% of available savings. 50% of saving goes to you and the compensation plan. And guys, this is exclusive for us. This is an exclusive right to get savings back in cash, not in points, but savings in cash. And there's no limit. There's no cap. There's no ceiling to your earnings. Now, let me just break down for you and give you an example so that you can explain everything I just said, because I said a lot of 50%, right? So let's take a look at an example of an iBuumerang site. Now, you can see there are two sites right here, two examples. One is the TSA, that stands for Travel Savings Ambassador. That's the business owner, right? That's the business owner site. To the right, you see a site that looks just the same, but as you can see, that's the iBuumerang customer site. They look the same, but there is a difference. Look at the top of the TSA site. It says savings of 70%. Now, the customer is going to get half of the savings, but trust me, they're still happy because their saving is still the lowest, and there's still a guarantee on that as well. on this site a 35% savings. So that's why we say 50% of the savings. Now, this particular example is at a resort at Playa in Playa del Carmen. We'll see on the TSA site that savings for the business owner, $3,399, but on the customer site, $1,699. Do you think that customer is going to be excited? The answer is yes. They don't have your site beside to compare to say, hey, Tanya got $3,399 and I only got $1,699. No, they're going to be excited about the savings that they see. So you have thrown or boomeranged out that site to them. They have saved $1,699.50, and what comes back to you is half of the savings. So that is why you will see there in that example, the savings of $849.75 that's going to come back to you in cash, not in points, but in cash. Guys, also, you're going to receive, remember we said 50% also goes into the compensation plan. So you're helping people all around. Not only are you helping customers, but as you build a team, you're also helping people on your team as well, whereas half of that goes into the compensation plan. Guys, amazing concept. This is a genius concept. I'm telling you, we are going to be the Uber of travel. Now, you miss Uber, right? Nobody called you to get in on that deal. We're calling you now. We're letting you know we're going to be the Uber of travel, and you have the opportunity to get in. So let's show some examples of what you have the opportunity to make. Let's say, for example, you have 10 customers, and let's just be very conservative with the numbers. Let's say what each one of those 10 customers, let's say they only take one trip per year. And we know that you're going to get customers who travel more, right? But we want to show you realistic numbers. Let's say that the average savings is $600 for that year for each one of them. And so the total savings there is $6,000, and $3,000, remember half of that, $3,000 comes back to you in cash. Now, I want to be nosy this morning. Y'all tell me, if you had an extra $3,000, what would you do with it? Put it in the chat. I want to see extra $3,000. What would you do with it? Yeah, some of you guys have been eyeing that purse, or some of you have been wanting to pay down some debt. Let's see what you guys are saying. I don't know yet, but what would you do with an extra $3,000? Let's go to another example here. Let's say if you have 100 customers. Is 100 customers possible? Yes. Nobody's saying that you have to get those 100 customers in 1 month or in 1 year or even 2 years. But let's say you have 100 customers, one trip per year for each one of those customers, average savings of $600. Guys, that's a total savings of $60,000. And guess what? Half of that is going to go into your bank account. Okay, here's a big question. What would you do with an extra some of y'all are losing your mind right now. What would you do with an extra $30,000? What would you do with that? I want to see. What would you do that? I see pay down some debt. I know that's right. You guys are being smart with your money. I see invest. I see save. Yeah, we got some smart business partners here. I see a lot of paying off that debt, right? Because we know that debt is costing you more money. Okay, let's be aggressive. We got some people out there said, what? Half? Oh, I'm going crazy with the amount of customers I can get, because remember, you're not selling anything. You're giving people these sites. Travel's an $8 trillion industry, so there are obviously a lot of people who are traveling out there. Same statistics. You're talking about a savings of $600,000 and you getting $300,000. What if it took you 5 years to do this? Would it be okay? I'm not even going to ask you guys what you would do with $300,000. I'm afraid to ask. But watch this. This is what I understand. I understand that at this point, it's just about what I'm doing. It's just about me giving out goodwill. I'm not selling anything. I'm sharing something with people that's going to help them and benefit them with what they are already doing. And that goodwill is coming back. And I haven't even talked about building a team. Guys, do you understand the numbers that I've shared is the money that some people make just with building a team? And we haven't talked about team building at all. See, this is why we are changing the network marketing industry, and we're just at the beginning. Guys, is this good? If it's so, I want to see in the chat, this is good stuff. And I want to see like 5 exclamation points behind that. But you know what? I know I have some team builders on the line. I know I like to build a team, right? Other people like to build teams. Well, for those people, we have something for you as well. So if you choose to build a team, let's say, for example, you have 50 business partners, and let's say each one of them have 10 customers. You're talking about 500 customers. Guys, 1 trip per year, that's 500 trips, right? The average savings, we're still using the same number, $600. $575 is going to go into the compensation plan. $58 a day that you're going to earn. That's $1,726 per month. Will you take an additional 20 grand with a little part-time business that you have on the side from home? Guys, that is powerful. We said 50 business partners. I didn't say 5,000. I said 50. Now, want to make a little bit more money? Let's show you a larger team. Let's say if you have a team of 250 people, there are people on this line right now who they have a team of 250, each one having 10 customers. That's 2,500 customers. Guys, $2,800 goes into the compensation plan. Will you take an extra $288 per day? Will you take an extra $8,000 for the month? How about, guys, a 6-figure income, part-time, spare time on the side with this opportunity? Guys, I'm telling you some powerful stuff. Should I go higher? Should I? If you guys think I should show some larger numbers for people who are dreaming bigger, faster, say, Tanya, show me the money. Not that I haven't already shown you the money. I know I have, but I know I got some big builders out there for people who want to build a team of 1,000 people. That's 10,000 customers. That's $11,000 in the comp plan to share with other people. Guys, this is truly a concept of giving. That's an extra $1,000 per month for you. That's an extra, $1,000 per day for you. That's an additional $34,000 for the month. Well, you take an extra $414,000 for the year. Some of you guys have told your job deuces a long time ago, right? Some of you are on the beach somewhere. We can't even find you. But guys, that is what you have the opportunity to earn with this business model. Again, thank you so much, Mr. Bugs. Guys, we are in a phase now where we're just getting started. And so many times we just miss out because we're not there at the beginning, at the launch. You know, I went back and just reread. I know I've heard the story, you know, about Ron Wayne, and if you haven't, go and look it up. But I just had to go and read that story again. As you guys know, he was one of the founding partners in the very beginning with Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak. And so he was around. The sad part about it is that he was around at the very beginning. And you know what? I guess things weren't going as planned, right? And maybe there were some glitches. You know how things happen with startups, right? And he just said, you know what? I'm out. These young guys, they're just kind of off their rocker a little bit. I haven't invested my, $1,000 or so. I'm going to cash out right now. Let me get out while I can get my money. And he did. And as you know, we know what Apple is today. Had he stayed the course, he would be worth billions of dollars per day, or billions of dollars, period. And today, he lives off of his very small Social Security check. And so what I'm telling you guys is you have the opportunity to start from the beginning. Because of course we can say, oh, of course, if I was Ron Wayne, I would have stayed in. But would you have even seen the vision of where we were back then as it related to technology and the internet and computers as opposed to now? It's really easy for hindsight to be 2020. But guys, we're telling you, we're going somewhere with this opportunity. And in the very beginning, we have a fast start compensation plan set up for people who get involved now. All I'm going to say is what you see here can equate to a lot of money just to get started with us while we're still in all this, momentum building activity we have now. So how do you get started? I am glad you asked. First and foremost, you need to go on standby. Guys, remember, we're going to be flying high, right? And so we're going to talk about the different packages you can come in on. You'll start off with your starter kit. And that's $49.95. You'll get your one iBuumerang. You get a customer site. You don't get the business partner site. You get a customer site. You get 5 boomerangs to send 25% of any referral commissions that you refer travel to Extreme Travel. Guys, you get that I Decide interactive presentation. If you have used that I Decide, I want you to put yes in the comments, because guys, I'm telling you, this team, they've thought of everything. They've even thought of how to help you market this opportunity. It is interactive. You know, it's going to make it so that you're going to get business partners even if you don't want to build a team. And you also get a TSA online management system. Now, after going on standby, you are going to be able to choose one of our optional promotional packages. Now, how do you like to fly? Do you like to fly coach, business class, or first class? So our first class, our package of coach class, this is going to include an iGo booking engine, whereas you have access to flights, hotels, and rental cars. You'll also be able to send out 10 boomerangs to people that you know who travel, but you get to share in only 50% of the savings. What do I mean by that? Let's say if someone, you gave them a site, let's say they booked flight, hotel, or rental car, and let's say they saved $300. Well, you know, half of that comes to you, right? So half of that is $150. Well, if you're at Coach, you only get half of that, and half of the 150 is 75. So you don't get all the travel savings bonus, only 50%. There's a dual team. As the team is building, you'll get a 10% override of the team. Now, because we're in the travel businesses, we do take trips together, and we call them luxury experiences. As a matter of fact, many of us are waiting to go on our first luxury experience together to the El Dorado Royale in Riviera Maya, Mexico. I've been to the resort 2 times. It's one of my favorite resorts, guys. And so when this information comes out, you'll be able to be a part of that general release. And so you'll get to make the decision to go with us. And this package is $250. Now let's take a look at business class. With business class, you get that iGo booking engine, but access to flights, rental cars, hotels, but also cruises are included with business class. You get 25 boomerangs, and you're going to get 100% of the travel savings bonuses that come to you. You get a 12% override of the dual team. And when those luxury experiences come out, guys, you're going to get them a week prior to everybody else. So you'll get to take advantage of, you know, the better rooms. You know, lots of times people like the oceanfront or the villas or the bigger rooms, right? Well, guess what? You'll get access to those before they're all taken up. Next, and that's $500. I'm getting ahead of myself. Business class. I'm very excited about first class because when I fly, I love to fly first class. So with first class, you're going to get the iGo booking engine and access to everything you can book, from travel to lifestyle experiences as well. You get 50 boomerangs. And as you can imagine, more boomerangs will really offer you the opportunity to be able to earn more money on those sites. You get 100% of the savings, also the travel savings bonuses. And also, guys, you'll be a part of the Founders Club. And with the Founders Club, you're going to get a 20% override, a special percentage for an entire year instead of the 15. Now, 15 is good too, but again, this is a benefit for being here at the beginning, right? How about that 20%? And with this class, first class, you're going to get 2 weeks of pre-sale for those luxury experiences, $1,000. Guys, understand that this is a business. And when we're talking about businesses, you're talking about favorable tax deductions. Now, also understand that there's a monthly overhead or subscription fee. That's $99 that you're paying really for the company to run the business for you and to help you market the opportunity. You know, I think about my traditional business of owning those real estate offices and thinking $99 in expense. I don't even think that covered the cost of paper. So again, we're talking about an amazing opportunity. And guys, in some countries, that monthly is going to be $49.95 for coach class. So the question is, let me ask you again, do you iBoomerang? So I know our business partners could answer before, but to our guests, do you iBoomerang? Guys, you can get started now by getting back to that person who invited you on. If you have any questions, get those questions answered so that you can get on standby, but then also to purchase one of those optional promotional packages, guys. Don't forget that disclaimer. I know I showed you guys, a lot of numbers. I know that you got excited, but let me tell you, it's possible if you go to work, but you got to remember that disclaimer. Guys, I just want to go back and I just want to say to you all, this is just an amazing opportunity that we wanted to take the time to share with you today. So many times there are opportunities out there, but we just don't see them. You have to see the opportunity in order to take advantage. Can you believe that we're already almost finished with the first quarter of 2019? It seemed like it just came in. And as I think about the new year, I think about the fact that people, they set those goals, they set those resolutions, they set the yearly plan, whatever you want to call it. And so many times for the year, people promise themselves they're going to do something different. They're going to make some more money. They're going to save some more money. They're going to take that family vacation. They're going to travel more. And then we look up and November and December comes and it's like, what happened to the year? Well, guys, this is the first quarter of the year. Go ahead and position yourself to be able to check off those things on that list for 2019. Sometimes you got to do something a little bit different. I never thought that my form of freedom was going to come in the form of a home-based business. I said, let me go to school and get a master's degree. Let me spend thousands upon thousands upon thousands of dollars on this traditional business. And for me, it just wasn't that. Sometimes you have to do things a little bit different. Well, you're already open-minded, obviously, because you're on this webinar. And I just want to thank you guys so much for joining. Again, get back with the person who invited you. Get those questions answered. I know if you get started, I'm sure to meet you on one of the beaches of the world. Guys, let's end this webinar with the boom. You guys have an amazing day.